Welcome inside Studio One here in the Heineken Seaport District in New York. Paul Pierce, Jalen Rose, John Phillips, Okay, we all have things now. That's great. I'm glad we talked about it. We're going to get you set for a pair of Western Conference semifinal game threes, including a very feisty Jazz team tied with the overall #1 seed in the Rockets. But we start with things down in New Orleans, where the Warriors hold a 2-0 lead over the Pelicans after a huge return game from Steph Curry. Despite the win, New Orleans did keep it close most of the game. They only lost by 5. Golden State was outscored by 21 points when Curry was off the court. Now, obviously, a 2-0 hole is not great, Paul.
Right.
Is it too soon to declare that this thing ends in a Warriors sweep?
Yes, way too soon.
Way too soon.
Pelicans are very talented. You have Anthony Davis on your side. With the way they've been playing in the playoffs, before they saw Golden State, I think they're good enough to get a game, especially today. They know their back's against the wall. If they go down 3-0, then, the series is pretty much over. But I think they find a way to get a win today.
You know what? I don't disagree with you. That was a great game, too. It was a great effort for them, losing by 5 points on the road, Steph coming back, catching fire. I think there's still some basketball left in this team, probably a gentleman's sweep, because I think the Warriors can get one there. But they're playing well, and it's really not a knock on them, man. They're just playing against the best team in the world.
And role players seem to play better on your home floor. So I think Mirotic finds a way to get his game going. Drew Holiday wasn't able to get going in Golden State. I think he has a better game. Guarding KD and vice versa has allowed him to struggle. Rondo, we saw him have his little dust up with Draymond Green. I think he's going to
I loved it.
Down. No question about it. And so I think I agree with the guys. They're going to play a lot better.
It's crazy to think how many nights and how many hours we all spend up here and all the other shows around the television stations spending time thinking about, well, this Warriors team, I don't know. They're in trouble. It's going to be tough. And now it seems like we're right back where we were.
That's what the boring regular season is for a champion like these guys. They don't care about that.
Is it just that simple? I mean, Steph Curry doesn't seem to miss a beat.
They've been injured all year long. I mean, they had players in and out of the lineup, inconsistent play, and they're healthy right in the nick of time. I mean, what more can you ask for? A healthy Golden State Warriors in the playoffs, and you got to beat them 4 out of 7 times.
Yep.
That's a tall mountain to climb right there, especially when they're healthy.
Yeah, and listen, we've all played in the finals. Even Beto, you've been in the finals with the Spurs a million times.
Thank you. Yes.
But it's good to get back to the playoffs and play for something. And you're on TV every single night, and you got guys like you guys up here talking good or bad about you on a nightly basis. You want that. You're ready for that. So I'm no surprise that they didn't flick that switch and turn it.
And they're just more talented than everybody else in basketball. They have 4 All-Stars. Another team barely has 2. And so when you have that level of firepower, then you have injuries throughout the year, you start to build out your roster. And look at this guy. This guy's a former MVP, Kevin Durant. And so they're the first team to have 2 MVPs under 30. I mean, and when Draymond Green is emotionally invested and not getting technical fouls and not getting into dust-ups, he's been flirting with a triple-double as well.
Not getting into dust-ups.
I love dust-ups.
Well said. Smoothie King Center in New Orleans is where the Pelicans are hoping that the energy of the home crowd can get them into the series. Oh, hey, do it bigger, NOLA. They got free T-shirts tonight. Must win for them. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 hole. For more on the game, we send it out to Lisa Salters. What's up, Lisa?
Hey, Michelle. Well, at shoot around this morning, both Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday told me the same thing. We are happy to be home. We are looking to feed off of our crowd tonight. Like you said, they got to get this one. Now, for the Warriors, Steph Curry is expected to return to the starting lineup after coming off the bench for 28 points in 27 minutes in Tuesday's Game 2. We talked to Steph just a little while ago, and he told us, hey, for him not having played since late March, he's feeling pretty good.
All things considered, being out 5, almost 6 weeks, I still have pretty good rhythm, still have pretty good flow. When you check in the game and have that moment where you're back on the court, it's a huge adrenaline rush, and I really relied on that game 1, or my game 1, I should say, to get through the lack of conditioning, if you will, and getting back into playoff intensity type of basketball. So history has shown I've been able to transition back really quickly, and hopefully that stays the same with all the work that I put in this time around. And as I go forward back and starting live and ramping up my minutes, I think I'll be able to continue to rise the level of my play as I go forward.
So that's what the Pelicans have to look forward to tonight. Even more Steph Curry. But like I said, they seem to be a confident group. They're happy to be back here in this building, and they say that they are confident in their game plan. Rajon Rondo, we just sat down with him just a little while ago, and he said throughout the course of this season, we've always been pretty good when our backs are against the wall. He said tonight, our backs are against the wall. We got to get Game 3. He's right. Michelle?
Fair enough. Thanks, Lisa. Steph seems very chill, very happy, excited to be back in the starting lineup. Your expectations for tonight? Business
as usual. I mean, Steph will be special. I'm pretty sure playing against some really tough competitive guards will get his juices going as well. But he'll be great. He'll be great. He gets to play off of a lot of guys. KD, Clay, I'm sure, will be looking to kind of get going. And Draymond's been really special as of late. So Steph will be just fine.
Just having him out there for the Golden State Warriors just changes the whole dynamics of the team. Because when you're the other team, you're like, if Steph's not at the point, you're like, whether we go over the pick and roll or under. Most likely you're going over with Steph because he can shoot off the pick and roll. You can't trap him. You can't go under pick and rolls. And it just opens up so much for the rest of the team. It's like, how do you guard them now? Teams had their chance while he was out. This was a chance for you to take advantage of the Warriors. Now that he's back and he's playing well, I didn't expect him to play so well after coming back, after being off so long, coming off the bench. I mean, he's right on par. He's right on cue.
And people can't be prisoners of the moment. I think people forgot how good Steph was at basketball. And so just to have him back in the game, he's like really one of the first guys I've seen where there's less than 5 seconds and he's 75 feet away from the basket. And he has a chance to shoot it and knock it down. Most people do the 3-2-1 because they don't want to mess up their field goal percentage. And so also, as a playmaker coming off pick and rolls, he throw it back to Draymond. Now they have action in the middle of the floor that balances the court. This is why I think Klay Thompson gets going tonight.
Oh, Pelicans. It's going to be a good game. Kevin Durant, he dropped 29 in Game 2, had his highest scoring fourth quarter as a Warrior with 15 points on 5 of 6